Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within.
I'm back. What's up, family? What is going on? Listen, I have to do everything all over again, but I'm gonna be short, sweet, straight to the beat, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and welcome all my cousins in at one time, and then we're gonna go from there. Looks like somebody is big mad, but that's all right. We big madder, okay? What's going on, everybody? It is your girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds, and I came by to disrupt for just a quick minute. Short, sweet, straight to the beat, 45 minutes or less, okay? You see the title. It says, Let Me Work or Build It For You, okay? Now, before I get into all of this, I'm going to kindly say welcome to all of those that are new and welcome back to all of those that are returning cousins and they come by and sit and chop it up with me quite often. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to do something that absolutely costs you nothing. It helps me defeat three things, okay? It helps me beat the algorithm because we are human versus robot at this point, okay? A free like, a free share, a free tag, a free invite, some engagement, a hello. All of that helps me beat the algorithm. Secondly, I know when I show up that I'm not here for everybody, but I am here for somebody. Today, I might not be here for you, but I may be here for somebody that you know. And that is what we call evangelism. Okay. It helps me keep the people that is assigned to grow and to know what I know. Okay. From being in ignorance, from lacking poverty, from being in poor, because that's what I come to do break financial chains. And then also, what it helps me do, okay, it helps me reach the people that I am intended to reach. So it helps me find the people that I'm assigned to, and it helps me reach the people that I'm supposed to reach. And it helps me beat the robot. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and pop it right off, okay? I had some headlines, but they cut me off a minute ago that I was going to go over with y'all. Nevertheless, because I only have a small amount of time, I'm going to go ahead and get straight to it, okay? There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of reasons why we should be minding the business that pays us in real life. Okay. There are a lot of opportunities and there are a lot of privileges that are being um, presented to people that is in the right position. That's what I'll start off and say. For a lot of people, especially in my community, the minority community are being bamboozled and distracted and, stirred to anger and wrath, and they actually missing out on what's happening. Only people that have watched what's going on and can see it, from afar off and say, oh, no, 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 that will not be my portion this time around in this generation. Okay. And then they move accordingly to that. And what I mean by that is, I mentioned yesterday a lot of the trade and a lot of the stuff that's going on that we really don't know about. Okay. We're not really invested into it, or we're not really privy to the knowledge of what's going on with the trade and how deals are being made. And then one night, one morning, somebody is richer than the next person. Wealth does not discriminate. Riches does not discriminate. Okay. Mindsets do. If you have a lack mindset, a struggle mindset, I'm always going to be like this is what it is mindset, and you always going to have exactly what you have had. and you will never do anything different than what you have been doing. But then you see others that are excelling and they are prospering and they have opportunities, and you watch and be like, what's wrong with me? What's the difference between me and them? It's the mindset. It's the mindset to say, I see what y'all doing. I'm not going to be a part of y'all shenanigans, and I'm going to do what I need to do for me and my family. Simple as that. I love the United States, but yeah, this is for me and my family. Period, point blank. I'm not getting into no political wars. I'm not getting into no racial wars. I'm not getting into any of that, because what I'm doing and what I'm building will focus solely on my family, whether that is blood related, whether that is kingdom related, whether that is community related. My family, my cousins. That's what I'm doing. And because that whole situation is going crazy over here, the crazy stuff, the dysfunctional stuff, the stuff they want us to be tuned into, what P. Diddy is going on at trial and all of this stuff, what Donald Trump is doing. No, there is a great opportunity right now, brothers and sisters, a wonderful opportunity. But if you are not positioned, then you will absolutely miss it. I want all my cousins to know there has never been a time where you can actually get what you want. I use the word rich. I use the word wealthy because that's what you can get. And I know that's like a cliche word. Oh, you can get rich. You can get rich right now. Okay. You can get wealthy right now. You can have all the things that you've ever desired, your grandparents, your great great parents, your great 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 grandparents ever desired. You can have that right now. You can do that right now, but you cannot do it on a personal level. Hello, income on wheels. You cannot do that on a personal level right now. Only thing you can do on a personal level is work, be a consumer, be involved with all this media, psychops, and different things of that sort. That's all they're going to let you do as a consumer, but as a business, it's a different game, okay? As a business. So I'm coming by to present to you. If you don't want to build something with me, and a lot of opportunities that I did have, you can't even get them no more, okay? That's just where we at right now. A lot of opportunities that I have for y'all to come and build with me, to come and do it for yourself so that you can do it abroad. A lot of y'all either slept on it, or you didn't take advantage of it, or you took advantage of it and do nothing with it. So now that opportunity is gone. This is what I'm focusing on. My people need one thing. And when I say my people, predominantly minority people, people of color, but my people, meaning people, whoever, okay? It don't matter what your skin tone is. My people, my brothers and my sisters, whether you want to admit that or not, okay? My Father in heaven says you my brother and my sister. Any issues, take it up with him. But my people, if you guys want to get yourselves in a position, and I'll say this and explain this really quickly, they cannot overthrow. Um, they cannot overthrow a majority. They can overthrow a minority. Meaning, if their goal is to crush businesses and then implement a system that all men have to be on, the people that oppose that plan and say maybe 1,200, it's harder to overcome 1,200 than it is 12. Let me know in the comments if you track it. Okay. It's harder to overcome 1,500 than it is 5 or 15. Way harder. Got way more work. So that is why I come here and I show up. The more businesses that we build, the more businesses that we start, the harder it is for them to implement this plan. And it really just gives us time. Yeah. 1 second, you guys. Oh, really? Okay. It's in person or online? Okay. Good job, Sabu. Yay. Um, our baby boy is just got the notification. Not that we didn't know, because we homeschool him. Shout out to my husband. This is just a little side note, but shout out to my husband who holds it down. He makes sure that routine is doing his work. He sits there with him. I do as well, but he allows the opportunity to raise and train his son up the way that he wants, his son to be trained up. And homeschool ain't for the weak. But if you can build a business, you can homeschool. That's the way I look at it. But he just was promoted to fourth grade. So that's what my husband was coming in here to share that good old news with me that he has a promotion party. So I'm super excited for my baby because it ain't easy. Okay. It ain't easy. Um, Standing out from the crowd. It ain't easy where you don't get to go to school, but y'all know the backstory. I've lost children to the school system. It ain't happening no more. Okay. You don't got two times to stab me with the same knife before I know that you the stabber. So I am super excited for Redeem. Y'all go ahead and clap it up, for my husband and Redeem in the comments if you're not no hater. Because shout out to both of them. Because like I said, homeschool ain't no joke. Okay? It really isn't. And the work that they be giving these little kids now is just like, okay, make us tighten up our skills. But nevertheless, if um, if we build businesses that will actually help us get in a better position, and the only position that we rank less in is financial. Okay. The reason why the wealthy are able to do what the wealthy do is because they have financial power. They have learned the game, and there is a lot of money. Thank you, brother Clifford. Thank you, brother. Um, Thank you, Income on Wheels. Thank you. I appreciate that. Proud parents. All praises to the Most High God. Straight up, all praises to the Most High God. But it's harder to overthrow the majority versus the minority, and they have a lot of resources out here that we can take advantage of, especially in the funding and financing space. Okay, especially in the funding and the financing space. I'm telling y'all, I didn't see numbers that I ain't ever seen before. And I just want my cousins to be put up on game, okay? If you need to grow your dough, I'm getting ready to share some opportunities that'll put you and your people in a good, prosperous position for a while. Take advantage of what we got right now, what what we have accessible to us. But hear me clearly, it is not for personal people. It is for business owners only. Money and all of that. Now we can leverage your personal credit because that means, and hear me clearly, when I go in to get something, I want to know how many times I can do that. Is anybody else like that? Anybody else say, like, how many ways can I skin a cat? How many ways is it to peel an orange? Anybody else like that? Or am I the only one that's wired that way? I want to know when I get into an investment, I want to see how many times, how many different ways my money can come back. Okay. Not just one way. Does this have a one stream or does this have multiple streams? Like, can I turn this into multiple streams? So that's what it is when it comes to the business sector side. A lot of my people are poor because they don't have businesses and they have been conditioned to think that having a business is hard. Working a job is extremely hard. It's harder than having a business. The only hard part about having a business is that you really got to rely on God. And a lot of people don't like to do that. A lot of people like to feel like they're in control, okay? Until they figure out and find out and figure out that they're not in control and that there is nothing that they can do to fix or undo the situation that they have gotten themselves into. But that's the only difference between going to work and having a business. The benefits are optimal, literally. But when you leverage your personal credit, okay, and that's why we mess with the personal credit. I'm gonna give y'all some plays in a minute, okay, to make this all make sense, because this may be going over somebody's head. But when you leverage your personal credit, and remember, I just said I'm always want to see how many ways I can skin this thing. If you're gonna give me funding or access to funding for up to $1 million on the business side, then I'm going to use that million to pay off my personal debt for my business to get my personal debt correct. Because then there's funding on the personal side. It's two ways to play. That's what I like right there. I may be in debt up the yin and $100,000 in debt, but I go start a business who don't got a past, don't got a background. It doesn't have a gender. It don't have a color. Can't discriminate off of it. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. I go get a business. And then because I'm a business and I provide services to people, even if I ain't started providing services to people, I got monies available to me to be able to help me stay in business to keep on helping people lessen the burden of the government. That's what this game is all about. We gonna watch who know how to play Monopoly. We give them the game board. We gonna see who gonna buy assets, and we gonna see who gonna stack cash and then lose it, landing on people's property that got assets. We gonna see who's the smarter of the two, who knows the money game, and always, 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 the people that take their money and go buy property on the board game, they always the winners. It's the people that be like, yeah, look at my bankroll, man. I'm stacked over here fat. I got $5,000. Then you land on somebody's property that got houses and hotels on it, and you bankrupt. It's about playing the game. So they will give you all of this. Um, Let me see the word so I don't say nothing crazy. They will give you all of this leverage. Let's call it leverage. Now I go get $1 million in funding in my business, still able to do, you know, provide the services, hire people, okay? Because the more people I hire, the more people I can serve. So hire people, get some commercial buildings, put us all in a building, do some things with the funds that will keep funds coming back in. Okay. But I also can take 100,000 out of that million and have 900,000 left to invest in the business. Take that 100,000 and pay off all of my debt. Go from a 3 to a 4, from a 3 or a 4 to a 5, all the way up to an 800. Paid off. Everything on my credit report looks immaculate. Paid, no late payments, no debt, a mixture of debt. Okay, this is what you call leverage. So what you do now that you have all your credit paid, clean, in the clear, now you're able to go get funding on a personal level. And you can still get $1 million on a personal level. It's called credit stacking. Okay. I go get 250 from this bank, 250 from that bank, 250 from that bank, and then I'll go to another bank over here and get 250 from them. But there's a sequel that you have to do. Okay. You can't go get 250 right here this month and then 3 months later go get another 250. That's not how that works. It has to be done strategically. It has to be like pop, pop, pop. And then you got $1 million. So now you got a 900,000 left on this side and $1 million to work with on this side. Now you cooking with the dough. Even 500,000. You cooking with the dough. Why? Because now I can go buy some commercial space or whatever, keep me some passive income, a laundromat, a car wash, a storage, self-storage facility, an event space, a restaurant, a transportation business. You can go start any kind of business and still have about 400, 500 off that business million left. And I'm gonna tell you what to do with that 400, 500,000 that you still got. What is my payments on $1 million? It's gonna be about anywhere from like maybe 1,000 to 1,200. Okay, somewhere up in there. It could be 1,200 to like 1,800. Okay, but just say on the high end it's 1,800. Say on the high end it's 1,800. Okay. and we don't want to pay them back no monies. We trying to get in profit mode, not start paying back monies. You know how when you go to school and you take out a loan as soon as you graduate and get a career, them loans is due and all that. No, that's not that. So if we got 500,000 left, okay, and the payment for the loan that they gave us of $1 million is 1,800 a month. 1,800 a month times 12 is 21,000. 1,800 a month times 24 is 43,000. Let's do $1,800 a month times 36. That's 3 years. That's $64,800. Okay. So you got 500,000 left minus 64,800. You still $435,200 up. And you ain't got nothing to pay for the next 3 years. So everything you getting in the 3 years is profit mode on top of what you got over here on the personal that you ain't even got to touch. You can go buy you a whole apartment complex, literally, with $500,000. Okay, you can go buy you a whole apartment complex. If you think I'm lying, go on over here. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, I can show you some other places. Y'all know I done came by here and showed y'all some other places where you can go and get you some property for the low low. Okay, literally. But I'm gonna just do it easily right here. Google Zillow apartment complex for sale. I'm gonna say I know the states where you can go get property. So just say Birmingham. Okay. So I'm going to pull up on Birmingham. LoopNet is where you go get multifamilies, but Zillow has them as well. Okay. So we're gonna come here. The world's #1 commercial real estate marketplace. Looking for We're looking for sale in Birmingham, Alabama. We can buy a shopping center, restaurant, retail, industrial, office, multifamily. Okay. So I want to buy apartment complex. Let's go look what they're going for in Birmingham. Okay. This is a 23 unit, 3 building complex on 59th Street. It's going for a million, 1.5 million. But didn't I just tell y'all that y'all can go buy something for a whole apartment complex right here? Okay, this is a 12 unit apartment building for 499,000. You buy that with 500,000 every month. I don't know what's in there. Okay, 2 or 3 bedrooms because it's priced differently. But they got this one right here, 14 unit apartment. Looks like something luxury for 6 million. Okay. You can actually filter and say, this is how much I want to pay, and it'll pull up only those ones for that price. Hey, this is a 40 unit apartment building, 40,000 built in 1976. So you can come here. Here go a 12 unit apartment building for 350,000. So you still walk away with 100,000. Okay. Trying to see if they got some other prices on here. All right, so Birmingham, let's go over here to Arkansas. Okay, let's see. See what they got. Apartment complexes. They want 3 million, they want 4 million for that. 76 unit, right? 21 million for that. Okay, 12 million for that. 750,000. 10 unit apartment complex. That's a little bit more than what we got. 4 unit apartment building for 549,000. They look nice and brand new. This is a 6 unit apartment building. So you get the moral of the story, okay? This right here is an 8-unit apartment complex for 594,000. Now, if you did the math the right way, and you got 435,000 and you pay for it in cash. Say for instance, everything in there is a 2 or 3 bedroom, and you charge it $1,800 a month. 1,800 times 12 units. Okay, you're already at $21,000 every single month of passive income. Times 12, you're already at 259,000 in 1 year. You only spent 430,000, 450,000, but already in the first year you got half of your investment back. We do times 2 years, 24 months, you got 518,000, right? So you got your money back, not including what the value of it, okay? Not including how you can go and refinance, pull out equity, or even sell for 1 million. I bought it for 400 something thousand. It's going to appreciate in 2 to 3 years. I'm going to get that money out of it. In 3 years, I would have got 777,000 out of it. Then I could turn around and sell it for 1 million. So now I done got 777,000 and then sell it for 1 million, and all I paid was 400 and something thousand. And I can use business credit to do this. And then with my personal credit, I can go in and do something similar. Okay, y'all picking up what I'm putting down. What if you don't have any credit literally because you utilize cash for everything? How can you acquire credit? Even LexisNexis is empty. I got asked this yesterday. Thank you. Trade lines. You don't have credit, you need trade lines. You got to build something there. They got to see that somebody didn't lend you something. So the fast way to get around that, if you have no credit and you literally pay cash, I know because I used to deal the drill. Okay, we don't use credit when we in that type of world. Not saying that's what that person do, but people in that industry, they don't use credit. They pay for everything in cash, but you add trade lines. Because now, if I got a $30,000 credit limit and I add you as an authorized user, you have a $30,000 credit limit. So that's how you build them credit. I text that number on the screen. I wanted to ask you a question dealing with what I have to do now that I have the LLC EIN. So if you text that number on the screen, I cannot text back. Okay. And if I don't have the availability to call you right back, then you have to wait till I get an opportunity to call you back. I'm not teaching. I'm hopping off and going right into the intensive that I have. So I will email me. That's probably 100% better. Okay, to email me because all I can literally do is see the text. I cannot text back on that business line. All right, so this is what I got for y'all, and then I gotta get up out of here in 20 minutes. Okay. There's all kind of ways to play this game. You just need to know how to play the game. Okay. All roads would be lead back to government contracts. All roads lead back to government contracts. Let me see if I can demonstrate real quick. If I got enough time. Oh my God, my God. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can. This wasn't a part of the plan, but I want to see if I can just show y'all something real quick. Okay. Let me pull up ChatGPT real quick. Mm. All right, chat. Why you acting crazy over here? Let me get out of here. This one was still over there doing what it was doing. Cool. We just go to another chat. Show y'all real quick. All right. I am a government contractor. on a federal, state, and local level. And you create a proposal. I have certifications in women owned small business, disadvantaged business, and women owned small business disadvantage, and I'm gonna just leave that. Okay. So I came in here and asked it to create me my proposal template. Okay. This is my template. It ain't never ever been this easy to go get you a $1,000,000,000,000 government contract. Do you know we would have to pay people big bucks, okay, to come up with a proposal template for a government contract? Cover letter, um, executive summary, technical work. This is the stuff that's going to land us government contracts. And it will print this out in a PDF format, okay? Um, I can tell it locate. Yes, my mom, I didn't even know I answered my phone. Let me call you right back, okay? Okay, okay. Sorry about that. I didn't even know I answered. My mama was on the phone. Talking about hello, you on live. Locate, locate Dallas, Texas procurement portals. It ain't never been this easy, y'all. Never, never, never been this easy. Now you see, here's the procurement portals, okay? Where I need to be going in my state to find government contracts. I can tell it to pull the government contracts that fit what I put in there. My minority owned, my small business owned, my woman owned, my disadvantaged owned. I can tell. Look at the schools. Schools got money. Y'all missing out on this, okay? Y'all really, really missing out on this, but I don't have a whole bunch of time to show you how to do that. But it could locate disaster recovery, okay? I could tell it. I could tell it. Locate disaster recovery. Disaster recovery contract opportunities in Dallas, Texas. I'm gonna just say in Dallas, Texas, and then I'm gonna tell it in the state of Texas overall. Okay. Also in the state of Texas. Okay. If you're seeking disaster recovery contract opportunities in Dallas, here are several avenues to explore. City of Dallas, Dallas County, Parkland Health, North Central Texas Council of Government, Texas Department of Information, FEMA, Next Step for Vendors, the whole 9 yards. Now I tell it in the whole state of Texas. Okay. Because I told you I always want to find multiple ways to skin a cat. All right. Now, it gave me everything and still giving me everything. Houston, everywhere. It ain't never been this easy to get money. So, with that being said, friends, okay, all roads lead to government contracts because that is where the big bag is at. If you create a business, this is separate from the funding. You can sell any of your services or products or goods to the government. So, what I got for y'all, okay? If you are looking to get your credit together, we have a system where we will get your credit together, okay, for you, and then get your business documentation done so that we can send you to go get 30,000 minimum. And when I say 30,000, I'm meaning for like a restaurant, a storefront, an event space, a hair supply store. They give $30,000 for that. You want to get into real estate, okay? That is where they give you more. Anything in the real estate space. Hey, I want to go buy 4 apartment complex. I want to go buy a shopping center. I want to go buy this. This is the type of business I want to start. Of course, they give you more money. Okay. You don't even need credit to go get funding to start a business because when you a business, they give you good benefits. Okay. So I mentioned about the personal credit because I just told you there's 2 ways to skin a cat. While we wait on your personal credit score to go all the way up, we can go ahead and get you funding ready for the funds because you need to have a blueprint. What am I going to do with this money? And that's where we come in at to get you all the way together. So this is where the money is going. This is how much we need. This is where the money is going to. Now hand over the check, okay? Here's my business plan so you can see it in black and white. This is the name of my business. It don't even got to be a business that is started. We will get you funded, okay, in 30 days or less, because it does not take long. The longest part of it all, which is a couple of days, is uh, the business plan. Once the business plan is together, we go ahead and send you to the people who are going to give you the funding. This is money from the government allocated to these businesses to give money, okay, to people in underprivileged, underserved, low income, impoverished communities. Okay. If you ain't doing a million and you ain't got over 1,000 people working, that's disadvantage. Okay. Crime ridden, a lot of crime, minimum wage in your area, that's disadvantage. So there's monies that is available. Okay. After we go ahead and get you this 30K minimum funded on the front end while we are working on your personal credit because we want you to hit it 2 ways. Then when we get your credit score to a 720, and we got ways to get it to a 720. Now we're going to go have a conversation with our banking relationship managers to get you minimum 250,000 all the way up to $1 million. That's just from a banking standpoint. We have SBA loans as well that we can get your business qualified for, okay, with a 580 credit score and a business plan. You can go and buy a business that's already bringing in revenue. You can go and do that with just a simple business plan. So we get you all the way together. We only got 3 spots. We had 3 yesterday, and there was somebody's like, yeah, I want to take that one. It's cool. They did not take it. So I do not wait on any man or any woman. It is first come, first serve. Okay. If y'all want to know what we doing and then do what we doing, then here's your invitation to the Willy Wonka factory where you have freedom. Okay. It is an investment of $2,000 on the front end. So we get all your docs, we find your lender, we get all that stuff together for you, okay? And then on the back end, not if we get you funding, we're going to get you funded. There ain't no if. There is a guarantee we're going to get you funded. You want to know why we're going to get you funded? Because we get 10% off of what we get you funded on the back end. Meaning, we get you $1 million in funding, that's $100,000 payday for us, literally, just off of one customer. We get you $500,000 in funding, that's $50,000 payday. That's more than people who sell homes. That's why I told y'all cousins to get over here in this funding and financing, become your online money broker, because it's a different level, it's a different type of money, it's a different type of customers. But we have the ability to get you together financially. If you don't want to go buy no house, don't. That's your prerogative. If you don't want to go buy no business or invest in a business, that is still your prerogative, okay? It's your money. You're free to do whatever you want with it. But if you don't go get those things that will pay them people back, then you're going to be left with that debt. But here's the good thing that I like about businesses. I might not say this on a record. I might say this in it. Should I say this, Lord? Because I don't forget myself. Uh, just like people can bankrupt when they can't pay their stuff, businesses can too. And it never affects you personally. Why? Because it's a business. Hopefully, y'all caught that with two hands. Okay. Hopefully, y'all caught that with two hands. And it is 1000% legal. Don't ever think that anything, I'm a kingdom ambassador. I don't do no fraud moves. I do boss moves. I don't do anything illegal. You cannot pay me, beloved. You can't pay me to break a law. You cannot, because jail wasn't made for me. The law is for the lawless, and I'm neither one of those. Okay. But this is 100% how the wealthy people do it. I could get some slack from them for giving y'all secrets, literally. So there is a $2,000 investment. If you want to get funded on the front end, so now the 2,000 that you invested, you got 30,000 minimum or more. That's one heck of a return on your investment. You got 30,000 or more, okay, off of something you invested 2,000 in. And then within 30, 60, it don't take that long to get your credit together. We have a system that uses consumer law and compliance, period, point blank. We can have stuff removed from your report literally in 10 days, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. We have a method that will, it's called the rapid revamp method that'll get your credit together in 3 days, literally. And a lot of mortgage lenders use this tool. So it ain't nothing that, oh, y'all doing something. No, no, no. Y'all just not aware. If people want to get you in a house, they know how to get you in a house. They know how to add trade lines. They have access to trade lines to get you where they need you to get to so that they can get their commission. Simple as that. I'm putting y'all on to some game y'all ain't never heard before. So I have that. That is a done for you. Okay, a business. I will do it for you. I'm only taking three. I'm not taking a whole bunch of people, right? Because now I'm trading my time to help you get in business. So I don't have a lot of time to trade. Next, if you want a whole entire digital business done for you, okay, business in a box that is done for you, that is ready to make sales, that is ready, already has your targeted market, already has your email sequences set up, so you never have to show your face. It will be a faceless business. Have your website set up for you so you can receive payments. You will need to work with me along the way a little bit, so you know you can go in and put your personal information in for your payment processor, but everything else we take care of that. Okay, we build you a community, we build you a tribe so that you have people to sell what we create to. We build all of that out for you. Okay, we will launch you a marketing campaign. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. A done for you business in a box. Completely where you all you do is it's already said it. I'm not gonna say forget it because it needs some little fine tuning, some maintenance here and there. Okay. It's gonna need somebody to say hello, thank y'all for y'all support. I appreciate you without showing your face. It's 100% faceless. If you dare to show your face, then that's on you. But it will be built for you faceless. It will have multiple digital products that people can purchase. It will already have done for you marketing material so that literally we set it and forget it. And people just sign up, okay? Low ticket and middle ticket done for you business. $2,500 for a done for you complete business in a box, okay? And whatever niche, it's going to be digital, whether that's health and fitness, whether that's credit, whether that is like mompreneur, women self-care, it doesn't matter. In whatever niche, we will build it for you for $2,500. Okay. Secondly, well, thirdly, that's the third one. That's the second one. The third one is If you want to learn this government contracting game, I have a done for you service where I will do all of your paperwork, which is the heavy lifting, and still give you access to be a part of the community so that you can learn how to maintain, so that you can learn how to, after I hand it over to you, you learn how to be orchestrating your own contracts and your own non-contracting bid opportunities or your own purchase orders or whatever the case may be, because there's different ways to get government contracts. It's not always a contract. It could be a purchase order, okay? It could be a pile on. It could be certain other things, okay, where they have monies allocated every month, $10,000 for Xerox copying some papers for them. So there's all kind of ways you can get government contracts right in your city, right in your state. But we will build out your business, get your cage number, your Duns and Bradstreet number, get your LLC, get your EIN, add you some trade lines to your business so you can go get you some funding, beloved, okay? Make sure that you are registered in Yahoo, you got your Duns number so you can be reporting to the Business Credit Bureau so that they can see you a real life business. Okay, we do all of that for you. The only thing we do not do is bid for you. Okay, if we bid for you, we get in the money. But we would set your whole complete business up in a box. So we take the heavy lifting off of you. Some people are scared to say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this paperwork. We will do it for you. Okay. I have that for 1997 for two people. I will build it out for you. And lastly, because I need to go, like in 3 minutes, go. Lastly, what we have is an opportunity. I mentioned it on the last slide. I'm going to mention it here again. And then I do have a few more opportunities, but I'm out of time. So the next time y'all see me, I'll be going over those ones. But run up on these or not. Okay. This is to put you and your family in a better financial position. There's two type of people right now. People getting poor, and there are people getting rich. And the people that are getting rich and wealthy are leveraging other people's money. Period, point blank. If you want to stop working for money and make your money work for you, then this is the way to do it. It is the only way that anybody has ever done it. Ain't no new game changes, ain't no new rules. This is the way, okay, that millions of people who have created generational wealth or gotten rich have done it. And it's the same way that works. We don't reinvent the wheel, okay? We just ride the wave. That's it. Last but never least, and I need to go after this, I have opportunity for you to either buy some land and hold it or buy some land and sell it. Okay. Whether that be a half acre or a whole acre. I have a 20-acre land deal. I'm not selling 20 acres, okay, at all. And there's only 5 people that's going to be able to get in on this opportunity. You want to buy a store, you want to build a house on a half acre of land, you can literally build 9 2,400 square foot homes. So you think about it, if you build 9 2,400 square foot homes, and homes are starting at 315,000. Let's just do the math real quick and then I gotta go. So you buy a piece of property, a half acre for $5,000. Because that's what I'm giving the game for. You go buy a half an acre anywhere else, you're paying every bit of for half acre, for a quarter acre. Okay. You're paying every bit of 10, 12, 13,000. Check it out. If you got 9 2,400 square homes and they are going at 315,000 each home, you've just made $2,835,000 if all you wanted to do was sell the homes after they were built. Okay. The bank will give you 80% of what you gonna sell this for. So if it's worth 2 million, 2,835,000. The bank will give you times 80%. The bank will give you uh, okay, divided by 80%. The bank will give you $1,543 to go build those nine 2,400 square foot homes because they know that you're gonna get 2,835,000. So that's still a profit. If that's all you wanted to do, if you wanted to literally sit on the land and do nothing with it, rent it out. People want to grow their cows, they can rent it out on your land. People want to grow lavender. People want to, rent it for whatever the case may be. For peanut season, they can do that too. The government buys land and they pay real, real big. And when I say buy land, they be like, let me buy it for 5 years to grow this or to do that or to build this on it for 2 point something million dollars. So a $5,000 investment could turn into millions of dollars for you with no effort, literally. Maintenance with no effort. You're not trading time for money. Okay. And if you get an acre, which I'm going to let you get for 7,500 an acre, then you can build 18 2,400 square foot homes. So now if you got 18 uh 18 let me go back and fix this. 18 2,400 square foot homes and they going for 315. That's $5,670 off of a $7,500 investment. Okay, any questions for me? Those are the done for you offers. Oh my God, my husband is going to get me, and I literally need to go. I'm so sorry, honey. My husband has a done. It's like a done with you, done for you transportation deal, where he will set up your transportation structure. He will also give you the business plan so you can go get the funding to get your fleet and be on the road in as little as 30 to 45 days, whether that's you driving it or you actually paying employees to drive it. They give you the monies. We know where to go get the fleet. Okay. You can literally have three trucks on the road, three box trucks, three sprinter vans, three F-250s on the road with the funding. Okay. He will do the paperwork and the business plan. He told me earlier for two people only at $997 because it's the paperwork and the majority of the money goes to the paperwork. Okay. But that's his deal, that's his special. If anybody is interested in any of those done for you, he will do your LLC, he will do your EIN, get your authority so your vehicle can move across, state lines, and then get your business fundable. And then we send you to the lenders that's going to give you the money for the transportation business, whether that's over the road, whether that is transportation for like the elderly people that need to go to dialysis. There is a $5 trillion contract just in transportation for Medicaid and Medicare to transport people back and forth to their doctor's appointment, dialysis, etc. Any questions for me? Okay, Instagram fam, y'all already know what it is. If you're interested, hit the DM. You cannot see the information over here on the screen like they can, but y'all know I'm gonna get y'all all the way together. I do have to go, unfortunately. Hopefully, I can come back here, tell you guys about some other opportunities. I kid you not, okay? When I come, I don't have any low ticket offers anymore. I've offered those for 2 years. If you're ready to get to the big bag, then I'm here to help you. That's just where we at. Okay. And if you really want to change your financial situation, then you will do whatever it is that you got to do to get yourself in a better position. I don't care if you got to leverage a credit card. We leverage it for dumb stuff, Versace and all of this other stuff. It don't matter if you say, hey, look, you got 500, you got 500. Let me get four of us with 500 and then we'll split. We'll all start a business from what they give us. Okay. You can do that, or I'll give you your money back once I get mine. Give me 45 days max, and I'll give you double. You gave me 500, I'll give you 1,000. because you will be funded. You can do something like that. When people are desperate, they will do whatever it takes to change their situation. Okay. So that's what I got for y'all. I love y'all. I will see you guys. It's time for me to go serve up my family over here that's getting to that digital bag that y'all missed out on because y'all slept on it. Okay. But until the next time, y'all stay blessed above the rest. Go in peace and not in pieces. And yeah, if I can serve you, then let's go. It is first come, first serve. I can't wait. I'm not doing no can you hold it for me? I can't do that. Not at this point. If I have other opportunities down the road, then I will. But it is time to build and it is time to get our money back. I was gonna say something else that rhymed with that, but no, that's not what we're doing. We're gonna get our money back, okay? We're gonna get our money back, we're gonna get our wealth back, we're gonna get everything that was taken from us back. All right, love y'all.